Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third episode of the Game Plan Pregame Show. I'm Jay Jira.
And I'm Sloan McGee, and we are so happy that you joined us tonight. Last week, we had an incredible game against the Cherokee Warriors where we went 61-0, but I unfortunately wasn't able to be there. So, Jake, do you want to recap that game for us?
Yeah, it was a strong start for the Chiefs. Instantly, first drive of the game, touchdown, and that was how every drive of the game resulted. Touchdown for the Chiefs, 61-0. Defense gives up no points. I don't think there was a single instance of the Warriors getting into the red zone. So this offense and defense had one of the best games of their season, and it's not much more you could have asked for them. I mean, Wilbur Jecki had an incredible game. Colby Martin has one as well. Jack Ripley with 2 touchdowns. 9 total touchdowns for the Chiefs. That was a great start for them.
Yeah, exactly, especially that O-line not letting the defense even come near the quarterback, which exactly is what we're going to go into next with our O-line star, Alex Brewer. We have an interview ready for him right now.
Hello, Sequoyah. My name is Peyton Wall, and today I'm joined here with Alex Brewer, and we're going to touch up on his recruitment process and just everything last season and even preseason awards. And my first question for you is, Sequoyah went 11-2 last year. We had such a successful season, and I really want to know, how was that affecting this season, and what are you going to take in from last season that you learned, and how are you going to bring that for this season?
I got you. Last season we dealt with lots of adversity, whether it be different players getting injured, roster changes, different players playing different positions. And that's one thing I think we did really well last year that was really successful, was dealing with adversity. Whenever we lost to Sprayberry week 5, and we could have just stayed down and could have given up the rest of the season, but we stayed strong. Next week we had a strong showing, and then we just kept it on through playoffs. And especially when we were at home versus Gainesville, we were about 20-point underdogs, and we didn't let that get to us. We stayed strong, and we just kept playing, and we knew we could play with those guys, and we ended up beating them, Woodward, and then sadly lost the 3rd round. But I think that's what's really gonna set us apart this year, is that we have an experienced roster full of players who know how to deal with different types of adversity, and I think that's gonna really set us apart
from the other teams. Yeah, I love that. And also, you previously won 2025 preseason All-State for offensive linemen, and really I want to know how you felt about that, because that's a big deal to be able to walk into this season having as an award. Yeah, so if you could touch up on that, that would be great.
Yeah, I got you. It's really a blessing being recognized by a bunch of different sites and articles about me being one of the best linemen in 5A, and it's really, truly a blessing. But again, I still got to be focused on the season, and it's really not taken away from my season this year.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. And especially since there was only 3 Sequoyah boys on the football team who made it to that. That's a big honor to be able to say that you could have that. And also, I really want to just ask a little bit about your recruitment process. I know that can be stressful, getting invited to these football games and being invited to scholarships and to all of these things, and meeting coaches and players, and just how was that for you?
Well, it was really stressful. Hey, you'll get the same response from everyone you ask. It was really stressful. So starting out, I never actually wanted to play football until I got to high school. I always wanted to be a basketball player. And then at some point, I was just during my freshman year, I was this football thing is really fun. I want to pursue this. And I got into the recruiting process really late. I was really under-recruited. I didn't get many invites to go places, and when I did, I had to go out and go show out against these top-rated guys. I had to go really put in a lot of work. I was all football. There was nothing else in my life. I was all football. I wanted to get it so badly. And when those first offers came in, I was over the moon. I was probably the happiest I've ever been. Just being able to tell my parents they're not paying for college, and being able to go and visit these crazy big schools. I'm seeing myself. I'm like, wow, I get to go to college for free to play football. It was such a blessing. And then after I committed, it was probably the biggest weight off my chest, because I built so many great relationships with different coaches from different schools all over the place. that it was really hard making the decision. But as soon as I found Colorado State and I built a relationship with the O-line coach and the tight end coach and the head coach, I just knew it was home. I committed very early for the rest of my class. And after that, it was like now I'm Sequoyah. For the next 7 months, I'm like Sequoyah football at all times.
Yeah, I love that. Really pushing through the adversity, I can see that it got you where you wanted to be, and that's especially a good thing. And I'm going to touch up on one more thing is what are you going to take from your legacy here at Sequoyah, and how are you going to give that to future Chiefs and inspire those who also want to maybe get a football scholarship like you did? Like, what are you going to take into that for them?
Well, I really want to be the example of how to play O-line at Sequoyah. I want to be the example of how your work ethic, your mentality, how you play a good game. I want my coaches in the future, whenever an O-lineman comes up, they're going to be like, you need to look at Alex Brewer's film. You need to see how Alex Brewer played the game. And I want that to be my legacy here at Sequoyah, that I'm the one that the coaches reference and how to play O-line.
Yeah, I love that. Well, thank you, Alex, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.
This is Chiefs Uncovered. This is the game you see and the stories you don't. Thank you. Good.
Coming off of that, Alex Brewer is one of the centerpieces of this offensive line, which is the centerpiece of the Chiefs' offense so far. They've done a great job protecting Colby. Only 1 sack allowed on the year so far. They've done a great job at doing their job.
Yeah, honestly. And on the flip side, our defense has also done a great job, especially with last week, allowing no points and allowing no red zone. What would you like to say about that, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, I had a chance earlier in the preseason to talk with Coach Buddy about what this defense would look like this year, and it's pretty much gone exactly how he thought. So let's take a look at that now. So in the first 3 games of the season last year, the defense had an average of 28.6 points per game. But then in the last 7 games, you only gave up 18.2. What changed in the defense?
I think what changed was the kids got comfortable in the system. A lot of people don't know we had I think 5 players that didn't start the year before. We were replacing a lot of graduating seniors from the year before, and 2 of the kids that were starting for us had never played football at the high school level before. So it took them a couple games to kind of get used to it, and the fact that we turned it around and had such a solid defense after that was a testament to our players and our coaches.
Last year, your seniors in Mariah, Ogundele, Legetti, and Bertils led the team with 19 sacks, with everyone else combining for just 12. How are you planning to replace that talent and keep the line at a high level?
We're moving Matthew Matz over to the end position where Mariah was, and then Drew Williams is going to step over and be the Mike where Taiwo was, and we're looking for a Sam right now to handle that where Bertils was. But I think it's a lot of the system that we do also, and the fact that we want to pressure. So we had sacks before, Mariah stepped in there, and it was Ty Moore's, getting all the sacks and getting the pressures. And so, it has a lot to do. We have good players, and we're moving good players into those positions. But then it also has to do with the scheme and that we're aggressive and we're going to come after you and apply pressure.
It's a new season and a fresh start. With only 1 regular season loss last season, how are you looking to improve on that and be even better?
I think, there's a standard, and we talk about the standard of our program as best. And I think you just got to keep attacking every day like you do every day from last year. So what we're doing in the past 3 seasons is work. We just got to continue to do that over and over and not try to change or do anything different. Like, we just got to continue to find the weaknesses and where we need to get better at and keep developing our players so we can keep success year after year.
This Chiefs defense is going to need to bring their A game tonight. They're facing off against one of the best running backs in the country, Mooney Gibson. Currently, he's a 4-star running back, has 47 offers, and sits number 89 in the ESPN Junior 300. He's going to need to be somebody that the Chiefs have to stop if they want to get something going on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, for sure. And on the other side of the ball with Kell's defense, they have a 4-star commit to Tennessee, Braden Rouse, and honestly an entire defensive unit, I would say, where they have given up I think I put it down. It was 21 points total this season, which is pretty much similar to what the Chiefs have given up as well, which is why their defensive matchups are also pretty similar, besides the fact that Kell has many commits. So for the Sequoyah offense, Colby has to be smart with the ball tonight. He has to make those smart decisions, and that offensive line has to give him the time by blocking and doing their job right to make sure that Colby gets the time to make those smart decisions. We can't turn the ball over. We got to run the ball right. We got to catch the ball, and we got to just move it down the field.
Yeah, this Kell secondary, they have one player that is not currently committed to a D1 school, and he will probably be committing in the next few months to weeks. So this Kell team is a dangerous opponent. They are also coming off of a shutout win. They beat Alpharetta 37-0 in an absolute domination of a game, and it's kind of in the same position as the Chiefs. They're coming off a shutout well, so this is going to be a huge game for both sides.
Yeah, exactly. Both teams are 2-0, and they both have to defend their undefeated title, which is why this is such a high-powered game and an insane game to be able to watch tonight.
So now we're going to take a look around the region, as tonight Riverwood is taking on South Forsyth. They're coming off of a win against Chattahoochee, which is a great win for the Raiders. Then Cambridge is playing at Creekview. Creekview is 0-2 right now. They're coming off a 0-0 loss to North Forsyth. Then River Ridge is playing at Allatoona. They just won against Denmark, who the Chiefs beat earlier in the year. And Kennesaw Mountain's playing at Sprayberry, who Sprayberry is 2-0, and they're having a great season so far.
Yeah, for sure. And Cherokee tonight is playing at Pope, and both are 0-2, so that's a big game. Somebody has to win.
Someone's got to win that one.
And North Springs is playing at Woodstock, which Woodstock is 1-1 this season, as last week they beat Woodland. And Northview is playing at Lassiter. Lassiter is having a good season, being 2-0. Let's see if Northview can challenge them in that.
Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 3 of The Game Plan. We'll be back here on Chiefs TV soon for kickoff of Kell Longhorns at Sequoyah Chiefs. Thank you so much for watching.
Make their way to midfield. Our officials for tonight's game. Referee Todd Downs. Umpire William Higbee. Linesman Gerald Douglas. Line judge Michael Gurley. Side judge Leach Chickatone. Field judge Keith Patterson. Back judge Ray Stubblefield. Electronic clock operator Don Splinter. Play clock operator Will Frazier. Sequoyah has won the toss and will receive.
Welcome to Skip Pope Stadium. We're nearing the end of August, and we have Week 3 high school football for you. The Sequoyah Chiefs are taking on the Kell Longhorns in a very, very great matchup tonight. I'm Jake Jira.
And I'm Sloan McGee, and we are so excited for tonight's game. Very high-powered matchup, as you just said, Jake. What are we expected to see tonight?
Both 2-0 teams facing off each other, both also coming off against shutouts, as you just heard on the pregame show. This is going to be a high defense and high offensive game. Expect this to either be a shootoff or a defense battle.
Oh, yeah, and honestly, both teams are pretty well matched up. They're both averaging around 40 points to 42 points a game in the same area, both also scoring most of their points in the first and second quarter. So let's see how this first half of football goes tonight.
The Chiefs elected to receive the first half kickoff, so they'll look to try to get off to a good start tonight. They've done it the last 2 weeks. They scored touchdowns on their opening drive. Week 1 was a Will Rajecki 80-yard rushing touchdown. Week 2 was a nice build-up of plays for a 1-yard rushing touchdown. They'll see what they can do in Week 3 as we kick off at Skip Pope Stadium. This one is fieldable to Will Rajecki as he takes it all the way across the 35 and will get brought down. As we will see the black and gold, the Chiefs offense take the field first, led by 4-year varsity starter Colby Martin, one of the best quarterbacks in the county, and he has a lot of weapons to work with tonight. As you just saw, Will Rajecki has had an incredible start to the season. Brooks Darling and Jack Ripley outside, Holden Campbell as well in the backfield. So we'll see how they approach this very high-power Kell defense. First play of the game. Martin hands it off to Rajecki, and Rajecki trying to put a little body on the ball, and does he get to the first down marker? They will. First play of the game is a first down.
And like I said earlier, Jake, in the pregame show, Sequoyah just has to keep moving the ball up the field if they want a chance in this game against this high-powered Kell defense. So that's exactly what Will just did, is just bulldoze through everybody and making it to that first down mark.
Second play of the night. Martin in shotgun. Handing off once again. Rajecki this time gets stopped near the line of scrimmage and brought backwards. They'll mark him after a gain of 1. As a host of Longhorns bring him down. And this Longhorn defense led by 4-star linebacker Braden Rouse, committed to Tennessee. He had 46 offers, and he's the number 4 linebacker in the country. He is a very, very hot prospect, and Tennessee are going to be lucky to have him at the next stage. But his coach has said that all these players on this Kell team are locked in for this season. They have put college behind them just for now, and they want to improve off a 7-5 record last year that ended in a little disappointment in the playoffs. And Martin looking to throw, throws it out to the left side as Rajecki gets taken down. And there's the man, Braden Rouse, on the tackle. And after a promising first play of the game, a 3rd and long is set up here. The Longhorns defense looking to get off the field quickly and give their offense a shot to get the go-ahead touchdown early in this one. But they got to get through 3rd and 8. Screen pass. Rajecki instead throws it back to Martin. Martin has to run. Tries to get towards the first. He has it. It's a first down for the Chiefs.
Now that was something we've never seen before. Normally in that play they throw it to Will, and Will throws it across to Jack Ripley or another wide receiver, but instead he threw it back to Colby Martin, which I bet the Kell Longhorns were not expecting because he was wide open.
Yeah, I think when you see that play just a few weeks ago against Denmark, you think, oh, Will is going to have the ball here. He's going to think about throwing. He's going deep to Ripley. But Good look for Martin getting out wide. Great way to use his feet for a 20-yard gain. There's a flag on the play. There's unnecessary roughness on Kell. So Martin's run gets more yards added to it. And just like that, the Chiefs are in the red zone. A third and 9 pushes them into the red zone for 1st and 10. They'll take it around the 14-yard line. Hand it off to Rajecki. On the left side, can't break the first tackle. And he gets a minimal gain.
Now for everybody at home, we're just letting you know the weather. We are being Blaine's abandoned today. It is hot in Skip Hope Stadium, and the sun is starting to come down, but not really. So there's some shade on the field for the football players, but for us in the stands, it is hot, but it's a great day to play some football.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it would be hot. I think the temperature says like 83, 82 degrees, and like you're like, oh, this is going to be a nice, cool breeze night. There's like no wind here right now. It's like I can't feel any wind anywhere. So probably won't affect kicking much, but the heat will maybe be a factor early in this one until the sun sets down. But Martin throwing to the right side. It's Maddox Waller. He throws a defender into the end zone with him, and Maddox Waller opens the game for the Chiefs with a touchdown.
And that's what I think is special about a tight end, is because they have the power to block and they also have the power to run, and that's exactly what Maddox Waller just did. He basically blocked the guy that was trying to tackle him straight in for a touchdown, and he blocked him for about, 7 yards fully?
Yeah, it was a great run there for Maddox. His 4th reception of the season, 60 total yards, his first touchdown of the year. The Samford commit making a big play early on in this one. As the Chiefs look to be in a little difficult of a position, they turn the drive around and put 6 up as Leif Hansen steps up for the extra point. And that one is good, so the Chiefs take a 7-0 lead to start the game. And we will now see another side of Kell. Now they have, instead of a powerful defense, a powerful offense.
And the powerful defensive key player that we were talking about, Braden Rouse, is also a powerful offensive key player.
Yeah, Braden Rouse has taken snaps on both sides of the ball. In a press conference with the Score Atlanta early on in the year, he said that he was expecting Rouse to take 110 snaps a game on both sides of the ball, playing both that linebacker position and also that wide receiver position. And it's worked for them so far, at least over these 2 games. He's had 10 receptions over the first 2, 62 yards per game, and 3 touchdowns. He's been one of their main targets in the red zone. Besides,
now, as Sequoyah is about to kick off the ball, we want to make sure that this defense has as much motivation as that offense. Just the offensive game being able to score. I think we talked about this earlier, but them scoring early is honestly such a good idea for the Chiefs, so that they have the momentum to keep going just with that first score of the game.
Yeah, and you know how big momentum is a factor in games. You saw just a few weeks ago here at Denmark, Chiefs were down pretty big at halftime, and just a few scores and the momentum got them back over the hump, and they got them the first win of the year. And then, I think you can say Cherokee was all momentum as well.
Of course.
61-0, he just keeps scoring 9 touchdowns on your opponent. I feel like after a while, it's just like, oh, yeah, this is normal for us now.
This is momentum.
Yeah. Kell offense. Caleb Narcisi throws it out wide, trying to make some space. That's Joel Comby, tackled by Michael Fountain. Combe's a 4-star DB and safety. He's also committed to Tennessee. He had 39 offers, but you know how many players, if I had a nickel for every player that was committed to Tennessee on this Kell team, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. As a huge hit from Brooks Darling, they tried to get it out wide to Dante Grant. But Brooks Darling is down after the hit, as we'll take an injury timeout with 8 minutes left to go in the first.
Now I'm hoping nothing too wrong is happening here, but
Brooks gets up pretty quickly. He's walking back to the sideline on his own. That's a good sign as the teams will head back out onto the field. It'll be 2nd and 10 when we resume play. Grant trying to make a little motion. It's Gibson on the far side. And it's going to be a battle of the star running backs tonight. Gibson, 4-star running back, number 89 on the ESPN Junior 300, which is just for the class of 27. So, give him a year and he could even be higher on that list. Not committed to any colleges yet, but has interest from the like of Auburn, UGA, Tennessee, Georgia Tech, Auburn, I already said Auburn, Oregon, ASU, Bama. I mean, pretty
just
much
have to emphasize the big SEC schools that he has interest from, which is also insane, especially just as a junior.
Again, handed off to Gibson. He makes some space for his own, tries to go through a defender, and he gets enough yardage for a first. And the junior moves the chains, and they'll set up at the 49-yard line. No backs in the backfield. Narcisi sends them all out. Dropping back to throw, over the top. He finds his man wide open downfield. It's Brock Burris.
No, it seems like, I don't know if I could tell, but there may have been a little bit miscommunication between the Chiefs defense right there. You could see if the camera was being able to show it, Carson Berry yelling at somebody to be in a certain position because he is the safety of our team, and in my opinion, I believe that the safety is the quarterback of the defense. They see everything. They see what's going on the other side because they have the ability to see everything, and that's a key role that Carson Berry has on this team.
Yeah, and you need those leaders on defense, especially on plays where they change formations pretty rapidly and going from 2 running backs to the backfield to none and 4 receivers on the out as Kell is playing in hurry up. They get a first after another 10-yard run from Gibson. It's going to be a QB keeper, and Narcisi goes down behind the line of scrimmage. And it's 2nd and 11.
And that tackle was made by senior number 18, Hayden Poole.
Second and 11. Lions against the goal line. Fakes a handoff and a lot of pressure and throws it out of the back of the end zone. It's Joseph Lucente and Matthew Matz applying pressure to Narcisi as he just has to get rid of that ball before he takes a sack. And it's third down now at Skip Hope Stadium. The Chiefs looking for a stop. They got a score on their first drive. If they could force a stop and just take a field goal, put the Chiefs in a great position. Only Gibson in the backfield. Throwing. Moon ball far right. Flag on the play. We'll see if it's on the offense or the defense. No ruling yet. Couldn't see if he kept his feet in. But it's a flag on Kell. And this is going to set them back. And it's offensive pass interference. Just a little bit too much contact on that far side. And 3rd and 11 gets heavily affected by a 15-yard penalty. So now Kell has 3rd and 26. They'll run the same formation. They have a lot of yards to go. Narcisi rolling out, has to throw it. Screen pass to Gibson. He's got a lot of yards to go, and it goes nowhere.
And another flag down on the field.
Gibson gets a gain of 5. But, yeah, as you said, another flag. So we'll see what this one does. As here comes the head ref. And it's holding on Kell again. The Chiefs decline it, though. So it's 4th down. 4th and goal from the 20. Kell's going to bring on the field goal unit as they look to just get some points up on the board for their opening drive. This will be their first opening drive of the year without a touchdown. It is no good. Kell miss the field goal, and it stays 7-0.
And Jake, I feel like this is something that we said in the pregame show earlier, but this defense has to keep it going like this. I mean, they had 61-0 last week. They kind of got to keep it going if they can do it like that. Keep that defensive pressure. They just did exactly what we expected them to do and what we wanted them to do. What the hope of the defense was to basically stop Kell from scoring.
Yeah, it's been 6 full quarters now since the Chiefs last gave up any points at all. As this one is a sweep over to left side, handed to Rajecki as he throws Brandon Rouse down and gets a good bit of gain. Close to the line to gain 2nd and short. And that's what the Chiefs are going to need to do. They're going to need to set up the run game well. This Kell secondary has every single one of their players committed to a D1 school except one, which, I mean, that's pretty impressive, and that's a scary secondary to mess with. As they'll flip Rajecki's side. Fake the throw. Instead, over to the sideline, Brooks Darling, and he can't hold on to it. Just a little bit too much there.
Jake, I feel like I've mentioned this in past games, but those are the moments where you kind of got to use Will Rajecki as a distraction. It's like
decoy.
A decoy
yeah.
to pass it to your other open receivers. I mean, that was pretty well thought out, just a little overthrown.
I mean, just get a little bit of attention over to him. Maybe bring like 2 guys over there, and then be like, oh yeah, hey, I'm gonna go this way instead, and we're not gonna actually go to Will.
It's like, haha, psych, you thought I was gonna do that, not anymore.
And that's worked a lot, but it's now 3rd and short. They hand it off to Will this time, and he gets enough for the first. They need the entire line in order to bring Will down. But it doesn't stop the first down from coming, and it's 1st and 10.
Sequoiah's just got to keep moving the chains little by little. This is a long game. This is going to be a long game, and how you win this game is in the long run. It's not how quick you could score, it's just if you can score.
And how much consistency can you get as well? You know, if you score 1 touchdown and you never score again, I mean, you know, not going to help. It's Rich on the outside. That was Holden Campbell trying to get towards the sideline. His first carry of the night. He gets a good gain of about 6. And it's another positive gain for the Chiefs. Martin still playing in shotgun. Hands it off to Will Rajecki again. And he's still fighting for more yardage. And the Chiefs are still moving him forward. They finally mark him down.
Was that first?
Way more than a first there.
Oh, yeah.
As the Chiefs offense keeps it moving, it's another first.
Move the chains.
First and 10 now. Look, dropping back. He has Holden Campbell. Holden Campbell downfield for a 20-yard gain.
Holden Campbell.
Longhorns didn't expect him to be downfield. And he makes a nice sneak attack play. Crossing over into Longhorn territory.
Those kind of plays are my favorite plays. The ones where you least expect it, and it's just like, boom.
I didn't see Holden Campbell out on the line there. Oh, he's right there. He's 20 yards down the field now. It's great. Martin hands it off to Rajecki. Great play there as Rajecki goes down after getting a gain of about 2. As we're ticking away time here in the first. 1:43 left to go.
And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but Will Rajecki is getting hit pretty hard by this Kell defense, which just shows how strong they are, but also how strong he is and how strong he can continue to get hit that hard, lay on the ground for a second, and then pop right back up and be like, hey, ready for another play?
Yeah, this is a hard-hitting Kell defense, and I would say equally hard-hitting Will Rajecki. Second and 8. Hand it off. Rajecki getting some yards down the field. And gets past the 30. And sets the ball up at the 28-yard line.
I mean, since we were just talking about Will Rajecki's strength, let's talk about it again. The fact that it has to take 3 to 4 to 5, maybe even 6 or 7 defenders to make Will get on the ground instead of keep pushing forward is insane. It just shocks me.
Martin flips it back over, and it falls to the floor. Incomplete pass, and it's 4th down. We'll see what they decide to do here. It's 4th and 4, and they'll bring on the kick crew. And it's a decently long field goal here for Hansen. He's on the near hash, not centered. A 45-yard kick. It is up, and it is good. Leif Hansen drills a 45-yarder.
Now, I don't know if anybody remembers, but 2 weeks ago during the Denmark game, we were talking about how much of a leg Leif Hansen has. I mean, didn't he hit like 60-plus yards in a practice one time?
Yeah, 60-plus yards in practice. Number 4, number 3 in the nation in his class, 5-star kicker. And last week at Cherokee, he was drilling field goals from the half-field line, and he couldn't back up any farther because the Cherokee team was practicing right there. So, I mean, that just shows you how much power he's got on these kicks. Hansen to kick off now. After his 45-yard field goal, it is 10-0 with 21 seconds to go in the first. This one is high up. It's in the end zone. Caught by Joel Comby. And it's a touchback. So we will see this Kell offense for the second time tonight. After missing the field goal on their last drive, they'll have a chance to put some points up on the board.
Yeah, take Tyra. You're my favorite.
Two backs next to Narcisi. Trying to stay up, finally brought down after a good bit of yardage. That's Jacob Carroll. The senior running back took 14 carries on the season so far, has averaged 45 yards per game. As we close the first quarter, 10-0, and that's exactly how the Chiefs wanted to start this game, 10-0. I mean, you can't ask for more. You stop them on their first drive, you force them to miss their field goal on their next one. I mean, you force them to miss the field goal on the first, and now they're on their second. So I mean, that's pretty perfect for them.
Yeah, and I would say that Sequoyah kind of has everything going for them. I mean, Teeter's most recent recognition of having the most wins in the county. I mean, they just want to get that number up, of course. Also, home games. They have not lost a home game in a pretty darn long time, and they want to keep that going. And an undefeated season is what the Chiefs are looking for, especially if they want to make that deep playoff run like their goal is currently to be.
Yeah, and just get some more recognition. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are not as high as they should be on the Sequoyah team, and this could be a statement win if they continue this tonight. But 10-0 as we tune into the second quarter. Kell has the ball. They're on their second drive. If the Chiefs defense can make another stop, they could be in for a nice situation here if they can get the ball back again and just keep doing this same little get the ball back, score, get the ball back, score.
Yeah, I agree. The motivation, the determination, and the greatness that Sequoyah football has. I mean, it's about to be good. It's about to be a good second quarter of Sequoyah football.
So Kell to start the quarter after a nice 7-yard run. They'll set up at 2nd and 3. They hand it off to Gibson. Gibson's got a lot of space on this left side, breaking through tackles, but brought down by Asa Goings after running for about 20 yards. So Kell moved the chains for a first. First and 10. Handoff to Gibson again. On the far left side and brought down before even crossing the line of scrimmage.
Now, a little fun fact about Mooney Gibson. In the first game of this season, he had 194 yards on just 16 carries and 3 touchdowns in that one game that they won, which I would say is pretty darn good, a pretty good stat line right there. And then he just has 317 yards and 4 touchdowns total on the last 2 games itself.
I mean, yeah, he's had a great start to the season so far, but not on that one as he gets stuffed again at the line of scrimmage. And it's 3rd and 10. So as we're entering into the second, the Chiefs put the Kell Longhorns into a 3rd and 11 situation. Kell were here before. Last time, they drew 2 flags in a row. An offensive pass interference and then another one. A holding call. We'll see what happens on this one. Here's the snap. Shotgun. RCC tipped, but not able to cover for a first. He found Mooney Gibson at the check down, but it's not enough, and it's 4th down. They're going to keep the offense out here, though. And it's 4th and 6. They could just be trying to get the Chiefs to jump. They got 15 seconds left on the play clock. Longhorns run a play. Narcisi rolling out of the pocket. Throwing incomplete. Kell looking for a flag, but they will find nothing of the sorts.
Let's go Sequoyah defense.
It's another turnover on downs.
I think it's so cool what just a couple weeks of practicing can do, especially for the Sequoyah defense, where they seriously have not, or in the Denmark game, they learned a lot about how to stop at such a high-powered offense.
In 2 quarters.
In 2 quarters.
Because after the half, there was no points put up on the board again.
Exactly. And the Sequoiah defense has completely turned it around.
Yeah, we're closing in on, this is our 7th quarter of no opposition scores, as Rajecki slips there at the original line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 turns into 2nd and 10. The Kell band here showing out in full force. Looks to be a full band. They're taking up 2 sections over there, but not much of a student section. Not many students making the short 23-minute drive. Skip Pope Stadium. But it's 2nd and 10 again. And they jump. A little delayed time to throw the flag down. But Kell jumped, and they are off their game. It's still 2nd down, but 2nd and 10 turns into 2nd and 5 pretty quickly. Chiefs offense got a free 5 yards after Kell jumped. They hand it off to Rajecki, coming to our near side. Makes a juke. Crosses the line to gain, or he should have at least. And he will. They'll mark him a yard ahead. So it moves the chains for another 1st down.
And this part makes me smile a little bit. I feel like every single time Will Rajecki is in a position where everyone's coming to him, number 44, Braden Wilbur, is just coming in and trying to push Will Rajecki push everybody the furthest that he can go, which, like, it definitely is his job. but it just makes me smile.
I mean, no one's been able to take him down just on his own, so they need a whole pile to take him. And then once you get a pile going, it's easier to push him. And the ball's on the floor. It's recovered. It was supposed to be a counter. But it failed pretty miserably. And first and 10 turns into second and 15. Offense lining back up. Lose 5 yards on the last play. Martin throwing out to the side, and it was intended for Darling, but it was thrown behind him, and it's incomplete. So after 2 not really cohesive plays, a terrible position now. They're 3rd and 15. Chiefs need a big play again. 7:13 on the clock. 3rd and long. Wilbur throwing out in motion. Instead, they'll hand it to Rajecki, and he throws over a Longhorn, and he gets the first down. A 20-yard gain for Will Rajecki turns another scary position for the Chiefs offense into a huge gain. And it's 1st and 10. So Chiefs offense back up. They get the first after a good 20-yard gain. Hand it off to Rajecki once again. And he's still pushing. Finally gets brought down after a gain of 5. So we'll see 2nd and 5 up here.
And the Chiefs are officially back in the red zone, where we belong, of course.
Yes, we've seen the Chiefs here 2 times tonight. Oh, no, once tonight. The 45-yarder from Hansen. Wasn't that close to the end zone. Again, the Chiefs favoring this far side for their receivers. Handed off, kept by Martin. That one faked me out too. That's how you know it was a good play.
Yeah, Jake, I would say that me and you are really smart. And whenever they can fake us out, that's when you know it's a great play.
You know, I appreciate you not calling me dumb or something like that. Like, you could have been like, I'm smart, so, and it faked me out, so, like.
No, but you're not dumb.
I appreciate that. You know, you could have taken a whole different turn of that, and it could have went pretty badly for me.
I would never.
Audible from the Chiefs. It's a high snap. Martin recovers it, and he's going to throw out of bounds. He was trying to find an option, but everyone was thrown off by the high snap. So 4th and 5. They'll bring on Leif Hansen. This time, Leif will have a kick about 33 yards away. He drilled his last one at 45 yards. And this one is the same.
Points are points, and Sequoyah just gained 3 more points onto our score. It's now 13-0 with 5:28 left in the second.
Hansen 3 for 3 on all field goals and extra points tonight. So it works out well for them. And with 5:28 left on the clock, this Longhorns offense has to get at least something going. Hansen backing up his kick. The Longhorns will start their third drive as that one's out into the back of the end zone, as we've seen so many times from Leif Hansen.
Okay, Jake, I have a random question for you. What do you think is smarter, to kick it farther to where it's going to go to the back of the end zone and they're going to get it at around the 20-yard line, or is it smarter to aim to kick it right at the front of the end zone so that if they get, like, they catch the ball and they go down, they're close to where a safety could happen, or they're just further back?
I will always prefer a touchback, as I've been scarred too many times by kickoff return touchdowns. They're just, even if like it's like a 1% chance, it's like I don't want to deal with it.
Especially if it's even if you catch it at the 1 yard line, anything can happen.
Yeah, I'll take my 0% chance. Take it from the 20. We'll shut you down. You have 80 more yards to go.
Okay.
As there's a flag, and that one might be on Kell again. Here's the head ref. And it is false start. Kell's fourth flag of the night. Their second of the quarter. And instead of starting from the 20, they'll start from the 15. First down. Narcisi to the sideline. And it's a great tackle. Brandon Rouse was the intended receiver. But high pressure from Drew Williams. And Matthew Matz got there pretty quickly and threw him down, as he'll get no gain and keeps it a 2nd and 15.
Drew Williams is probably one of our defensive stars for the Sequoyah Chiefs' defense. And I personally am expecting some interest and offers after this season. What do you think, Jake?
There should be. I mean, he's a crazy defensive talent on a team that's going to go far in the playoffs. As Narcisi avoids the sack. No, he doesn't. I apologize. I thought that play was over. But Michael Fountain comes out of nowhere and brings him down for, even if I think it's just a loss of 1. Narcisi thought he escaped, but Michael Fountain said not so fast.
I'm going to take the wording from what I heard from somebody say in the crowd. That was huge.
Yeah, and it's another third down. And it's another 3rd and long. The Longhorns have had 0 offensive momentum so far. They send out Gibson. They're going to throw. Narcisi going back towards his end zone. He's on the run, and it's knocked out of bounds. Oh, nope. They'll call it incomplete, even though he had possession of it. And there will be no attempt to go for it or field goal. They will have to punt this one away. And it's another stop for this Chiefs defense.
I'm curious to see how far this punt will go, because with the last kick, the starting kick of the game, the ball did not go insanely far. So I'm curious to see how close the Sequoyah Chiefs are going to get this to their own end zone.
Yeah, you'll see Brooks Starling and Rajecki both lined up at the 40 once we pan backwards. Here's the snap. Punted away. Great punt. Crosses the 50, and it will roll for a second. It probably could have rolled for more. Oh, they're going to say now he picks it up. They'll call it down at the 45-yard line. So they'll mark it where the first bit of contact was down. So 3:29. The Chiefs have a little bit of time to put something up on the board. Actually, they'll put another 13 seconds left. 3:42 now, as the clock was left rolling just for a little bit longer. Darling with it, trying to create some space, and he does that for himself. It looked like he had nowhere to go beyond his line of scrimmage, and he pushes it for a first down. As the Longhorn looks to be down after that Darling rush. So we'll take a little break here. As 3:31 to go.
Couldn't tell what happened there for that Kell Longhorn player. I think it was some off-ball contact. It didn't look close to the play itself, but I mean, shows how strong the Sequoyah O-line is, of course. Shout out to the Sequoyah O-line for always working.
Yeah, they've done a great job tonight. You see Alex Brewer, Brody Craig, Colton Bass, Charlie Miller, Riley O'Neill out there as well. They've done a great job rotating around, making those passes for Will, Holden, and Brooks on that last play. I mean, you've had a lot of rushers, and this rush game has worked really well. I would say the pass game would be the harder one to approach tonight. So they drew up a lot more run plays. I mean, we've seen a lot more variability in what plays they've been drawing up. And it's worked so far tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't, the saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if Will Rejecki's run game and Holden Campbell's run game isn't broke, why try to fix something that ain't broke?
Yeah, no reason to. As we'll take it from 1st and 10, just crossing into Kell territory. Clock starts rolling again, 3:25. Closing out the first half of action. Martin dropping out of his pocket. Is an over-the-head pass as a flag comes flying in.
Now, what would be absolutely clutch is that if Sequoyah can put up any sort of points in this last 3 minutes, it doesn't have to be touchdowns are so nice.
I mean,
touchdowns are great. But at least a field goal to get there just a little bit more of a lead so that whenever Kell receives the ball in the beginning of the second half, there's still a huge gap that Sequoyah has leverage over Kell. I
mean, the great thing about having Leif Hansen as your field goal kicker is you are already in field goal range. You cross into Kell territory, and we're already kickable. So that's always a positive. But a defensive pass interference moves the chains a lot. It's 1st and 10 from the 30, and the drive's looking a lot more promising. Again, we see this formation a bunch, 3 receivers up on the top. It's handed off to Rejecki as he runs into the pile, and he gets a good gain of about 5. So 2nd down now. Clock still moving. Martin escaping the pocket, He's got space to go, runs out of bounds, gets the first. Stops the clock as well, and it's a great run from Colby Martin, the second leading rusher on the Chiefs. 28.5 rush yards per game, 13 attempts so far on the season, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Now, I don't know if anybody knows the show Hannah Montana, but I feel like that Colby Martin is Hannah Montana, living the best of both worlds, being a football star and a baseball star.
Yeah, committed to Georgia Tech for baseball. I mean, that's pretty impressive
and
there.
I'm pretty sure he's top in his class for baseball.
Yeah, I saw he was top 10 in some person's national rankings, or state rankings. Couldn't remember which one. But yeah, and he's leading a impressive drive here for the Chiefs.
Been star quarterback since his freshman year. I mean, impressive athlete for sure.
It's a counter to Campbell, and he gets a good yardage. Gets about 5 there.
Moves the ball to the 16-yard line. Bring up second down for the Chiefs.
Martin under center now, and instead backs up. A tight formation for the Chiefs. Martin hands it off to Rajecki. He gets a nice running start as he throws himself into the line.
Close to a first down, but I don't know if we quite got there. No, we did not. Still third down.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 here. Clock is still ticking down, 1:18. If the Chiefs just take a little bit more time off this clock and take it down to 4th, they could kick their field goal, make it a 16-0 game, and send it into halftime. Or you could go for glory right here. We'll see what they do. 4 yards away from a first. Fakes the handoff. Martin throwing end zone just over Ripley's head. An incomplete pass stops the clock.
Beautiful idea.
Yeah, you saw the vision. It's a great pass. Just over Ripley's head, though, as he was looking for his first reception and touchdown of the night.
Sometimes that's the worst feeling, though, when the play worked, just the execution wasn't completely there.
So they'll keep Martin out for 4th down. They will go for it. A big 4th down to close the quarter. .48 seconds. Campbell switching sides. And they'll call a timeout just before they mark it down. So with 48 seconds, Chiefs call their first timeout of the game, and it's 13-0 right now. And they're in field goal range. We'll see what they do when they come back for this timeout. They're trying to get Kell to jump off sides, but didn't work. So a good position for the Chiefs right now. They're closing in on the red zone.
Yeah, I mean, either way, points are points, and we're either going to get a kick here or a touchdown, and either way that opens the playing field for what is going to happen in the second half, which it just makes it a lot easier for the Sequoyah Chiefs to hopefully come out with this win.
Yeah, it's a 2-score game no matter what. If you put it up to 16, you get you need 2-point conversions. It's still a 2-score game, and if you miss one of the twos, then it's still a 2-point game because you need to get it up to 16. So the Chiefs are in a great position right now. This is a great first half for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can say. That's all you can hope for, especially with I saw a bunch of people voting against the Sequoyah Chiefs, and
I was heartbroken, yeah.
I was sad. I was depressed because of that, but look at us defying all odds.
As Hansen puts that one over the field goal post.
And it went over. It went outside the track. It hit the track and went almost over the fence.
Yeah, someone's got to go over there and get that now. I mean, we don't even allow people in that section anymore. I mean, how is that ball going to get recovered?
I
I think someone caught it right before it went over the fence. But either way,
Hansen.
what an insane leg.
I mean, really, that's Hansen 3 for 3 on field goals tonight. 9 total points from him as he has helped this offense get a 16-0 lead.
Technically 10 points from him if you count
The extra point as well.
the
Yeah,
extra
that's
point.
true. Yeah. Good point. Good singular point, you could say. Get it? Because it's like 1 extra point. That was pretty funny.
That was a great, actually.
46 seconds as Kell has their 4th drive. This one forced to return. Taking it out of or close towards the end zone. And it does not go far. They'll get it just over where they would have gotten it for a touchback. They kill 9 seconds off the clock. So 39 seconds, Kell going to have to air it out here. They're going to need a big play.
And it will start from their own 27-yard line.
So from their own 27. Rouse moves over to the near side. Looking for Rouse as his first target. Instead has to roll out. Finds another man downfield and throws it way short into the ground. And their first pass of the drive is incomplete. So sets up 2nd and 10. .33 seconds, 2nd and 10. Hands it off to Gibson, trying to create some space. Has a lot on this near side. He's got Darling to beat instead. He takes the easy way out, walks out of bounds, stops the clock. So they get to their 49-yard line. Sets up first down. They have 25 seconds to get a little bit of momentum here. The student section is packed here at Skip Pope Stadium.
Packed but looks bored and boring. There's no cheering.
I mean, this is a big first down. I feel like you should be.
This is disappointing.
Gotta be up on your feet here. Narcisi throwing. Trying to find a man. Looks midway downfield, and he's got a wide open Dante Grant. As it moves the chains again and stops the clock.
Now, the Kell offense has gone approximately 40 yards in 15 seconds, which that is not exactly what the Sequoyah defense wants. However, they still have 16 seconds to figure it out and hope that there is no score before the second half, because I think it would be a great accomplishment to leave a team like this scoreless in the first half.
Yeah, and at this point in the quarter, you're trying to dropping into a cover 4 or prevent formation and just making sure there's no long passes over the top. And that's how you see that Dante Grant there wide open, as they're not playing man at this point. Instead, just running that cover, making sure that just nothing gets over the top. So it's 16 seconds left. We'll see if they change it up any bit. But it's a 1st and 10 from the Chiefs' 40. Longhorns putting a little bit of pressure on the Chiefs to close the half. Gibson walking back over into the backfield. Narcisi instead rolls out to his left, and he can't avoid the sack, and it's Michael Fountain. Brings Narcisi down at what was a little bit promising 1st and 10 from the 40. Now, 2nd and 20.
If you just saw the student section there, they started cheering. So basically, I believe that they are like we have a connection. They can hear me without listening to me.
Or it was Michael Fountain's
Okay,
9-yard sack right
I'm pretty
there.
sure it was Michael Fountain. But I like to believe that I spoke it into existence.
I'd say that just-
and then Michael Fountain
Yeah,
did
yeah.
something great.
You encouraged the play.
I-
You were the first domino, and then the other dominoes fell.
I believe that.
Yeah, I like that idea. That's a great idea.
That's a
We'll
great
go with
idea.
that one.
Yeah, I think that's great.
So Kell's forced to take their second timeout with 8 seconds left. We're looking at a Hail Mary kind of play. And that's what they're going to need on this one. They're going to need a miracle just to get some scores on the board. Gibson still in the backfield, but 4 receivers out. They hand off to Gibson. He's still moving, and he'll go out of bounds with 1 second on the clock. And they might have moved themselves into field goal range.
I mean, for Kell, it may be smart just to go for the field goal just in case, just so that you can say, we got points. However, they have already missed a field goal this half. So I think that, I don't know what they're going to do. I think it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, they're going for this one. Set up in the same formation. We'll see if they give it off to Gibson this time. No. Narcisi down towards the end zone, and it bobbles, and it's incomplete as we end the first half 16-0 as the Chiefs end it with an incompletion in the end zone. And that's exactly how you wanted that half to go if you're the Chiefs. You were coming into this game against a really strong Kell team. You might have been a little scared, but you turned everything that everybody was saying around, and now you're up 16-0 against this Kell side, who has been one of the top teams in the state of Georgia.
Exactly, and honestly, I think they're proving everybody wrong, especially Max Preps, which is where we technically get our information from. Max Preps has Kell ranked above the Sequoyah Chiefs, which is now outrageous, as long as the Sequoyah Chiefs can put up a great second half as they just did in the first half.
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to need a strong second half. Longhorns are not going to come out easy. They're going to come out in full force. They want this win badly. The Chiefs beat them last year. They've had this date circled on their calendar for a long time. But we'll be back for second half action in about 20 minutes, so we will see you then.
Sequoyah High School Band of Chiefs. Tonight's performance is entitled Board of Education. Musical selections include Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd, Summer Dances by Brian Paul Regis, This Used to Be My Playground by Madonna, and School's Out by Alice Cooper. The Band of Chiefs is under the field direction of drum majors Wayne Davison and Kimberly Strickland. On behalf of Superintendent Mary Elizabeth Davis, Principal Robert Van Oerstein, Athletic Director Peter Verda, and Director of Dance Chad Smith, please join us in welcoming to the field the Sequoyah High School Band of Chiefs. Tonight's performance is in Sequoyah marching band of Chiefs.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
Welcome back to Skip Pope Stadium. Second half action between the Sequoyah Chiefs and the Kell Longhorns start now as we enter into the second half, 16-0. Something that a lot of Kell fans didn't think would happen. A shutout first half. I mean, even losing. I think a bunch of them were really hopeful in the start tonight, but it went south pretty quickly. A missed field goal, then a turnover on downs, and a punt. And again, they ended the quarter with an incomplete ball into the end zone. And the Chiefs have been rolling 3 field goals from Leif Hansen and Maddox Waller, a touchdown on that opening drive, gave them the 16-point lead. Kell to open the second half as we are back underway, as this one all the way in the back of the end zone, unreturnable. And we will see the Kell offense after what needs to be a very motivational halftime speech.
Yeah, and honestly, part of the thing is I think that Kell is a little quiet over there, besides their band. Their band's very loud. But other than that, the Sequoyah side is filled to the brim. There are over half the people do not have a place to sit down, while most of them are middle schoolers and adults. They still do not have a place to sit, and they're mostly standing around watching this game, and they're up on their feet, which is great for the Sequoyah Chiefs' drive and motivation for this game.
Narcisi takes it on the first play, and he's making space for himself. But Carson Berry throws himself into Narcisi. It stops a promising run, turning into a dangerous run, and it's 1st and 10. Longhorns in hurry up. Hand it off to Gibson. Makes his own space, but gets brought down after running over Michael Fountain. And it's 2nd and 5. So 2nd and 5. Another QB keeper from Narcisi, and he is stuffed pretty quickly. And there's the combo again of Drew Williams and Michael Fountain.
Our defensive stars, I was gonna say of the night, but honestly of the total 3-game season that we've had so far, and also including the spring scrimmage and the fall scrimmage.
I mean, especially tonight. I mean, you see Michael Fountain pretty much any time that he's somewhere and making a tackle, Drew's right behind him making another tackle that helps the play. They've been really important to this Chiefs defense so far tonight, and they keep doing a great job. They push it back to 3rd and 6. Trying to find a man downfield. Instead, he rolls out, finds his target, and Brooks Starling picks it off. And he's got space to go. This could be a pick 6. Great blocking from Drew Williams, but he falls before the end zone. But Brooks Starling, and there's a flag on the play.
Many flags. But it looked like the flags were
after the play
and not even where the ball was.
But if this holds up, Brooks Darling, 40-yard interception.
And if I'm not mistaken, is defense what Brooks is going to college for? Or is he going for his offense?
I think he's going for his offense.
Well, hey, Bentley has a good defensive option as well.
I mean, hey, why not? Play both sides of the ball.
I mean, since Bentley is a D2 school, D3, one or the other, I'm pretty sure there are some players who do play both sides of the ball sometimes, and with a star athlete like Brooks Starling, they may have to utilize that in the next upcoming years as he's in college playing football.
So it's going to be marked at about the 3-yard line. The Chiefs offense takes the field, so the interception holds up. And now the Chiefs have a 1st and 10 deep inside the red zone. They hand it to Rajecki. First play of the drive is another touchdown. And Will Rajecki adds 6.
Pretty much walking it right back into that end zone.
Only needed one play.
Did a little taunting there, right there. Just a little dancing into the end zone.
He grabs his 5th touchdown of the year. As you said, walking into the end zone. And it's 22-0. This Kell offense has not found any rhythm so far tonight. And the struggles keep on adding up for them. So here's Leif Hansen with his 5th total kick of the night. Perfect snap from Riley O'Neal. Perfect hold from Will Rajecki. And again, perfect kick from Leif Hansen. So he advances to 5 for 5 on kicks tonight. 3 field goals. 11 total points from Hansen. 23-0.
Now, if the Chiefs can keep this momentum going, it will be huge for the rankings for all these players individually, but also for the team in general. I mean, like the people say, teamwork makes the dream work. And this team is completely working together tonight. Everybody is for each other, is what I've heard from this Sequoyah football family, that they like to emphasize the family part. And I think that's pretty exciting to see, and is also their motivation for this game. And this will be huge for the Sequoyah football team if they can pull this out.
Yeah, it's worked for them so far tonight. 23-0. They're closing up, they've passed over 8 quarters, 2 full games since giving up a score. They can make it 9 if they just survive 10 more minutes. And what was a little shaky start to the year, or those opening 2 quarters, they gave up. They started off strong, and then 2 touchdowns from Denmark went pretty quickly. But after that, this has been perfect since that opening week game. Kell opening another drive. They keep it safe. They hand it to Gibson. And he is not exploding like he normally does. And it's a small gain once again. They'll say it's a gain of 3, so 2nd and 7. RCC needs to make some magic. They try to get a little bit, try to show the rest Carson Berry, but no jump from there. It's Gibson again in the backfield. He's brought down after a decent gain. Won't get to the line to gain. So it's 3rd and short now. Drew Williams on that tackle.
I feel like what the mindset for these running backs like Gibson and Rajecki is, you kind of have to go far, because when they hand it off, you are about 5 to 7 yards behind the actual line of scrimmage. And so if you don't make it at least 10 yards, you aren't really making it. You're not really making it any further, and you're not like pushing your team further down. So these running backs, in my opinion, have the biggest job on the field. Is you gotta go the yardage, and you have to work on going to the yardage pretty much by yourself.
Yeah, Gibson's done a great job of that this year. He gets the first on that play, 58.5 yards per game so far, as he's had a stellar season. The Longhorns move the chains. It's 1st and 10. Gibson again on the carry. Has a blocker, but gets thrown down by Carson Berry. 1 yard short of the first, so it's going to be 2nd and 1. But the clock's still ticking, 8 minutes left. Narcisse instead dropping back, trying to air it out. It's picked again. It's Brooke Starling. Another interception. It's number 2. Back-to-back drives. It's deja vu.
Number 2 in 3 minutes, which I don't remember the last time that was done in Sequoyah football history.
It's been a very long time, if even at all. And it's a
so history could be in the making.
I mean, yeah. It's an identical pass from Narcisse. Throws it short. Brooke Starling is right there, and he brings the offense back out onto the field. Last time, Brooks brought it all the way back to the 3-yard line. This time they're set up at about the 35. Handed off to Rajecki. He gets a small gain. Still not marked down yet. Now they will after gain of 2. Another struggling offensive play from the Longhorns gives the Chiefs the ball back, and 2nd and 8 now. They're looking for another score. Clock still ticking, 6:50 on the clock now. Martin shows for a handoff. Instead, drops back a few yards, finds a man. It's Braden Wilbur. They won't mark him for a gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 8. Another big play here for the Sequoyah offense. The Kell band trying to keep it loud over on that Kell sideline. And a lot of the players looking a little defeated. They need a little bit of energy here. And a 3rd down stop could bring that back. Chiefs have been pretty well on 3rd downs. Brooke Starling running across. And a flag brings this play to a halt, and it's a false start. It's going to be the 2nd flag for the Chiefs tonight. They only got flags coming in. They were 0-0 in the 1st and 2nd, and have put up 2 so far in the 3rd. But now 3rd and 8 turns into 3rd and 12. Or sorry, 3rd and 13. And they'll call the play dead. Timeout. As the Chiefs will rethink their play here with 5:37 to go in the 3rd. So the Chiefs get the ball back after 2 Brooks Darling interceptions, his 2nd of the night. And they're in a decent position here. It's 3rd down. They're in a pretty iffy spot. What do you think they do?
Yeah, honestly, I think they got to go. They got to go long here. I mean, it's 3rd and 12. I don't know. I mean, we love Rajecki, but I don't necessarily know how evident that run play would be right there. I say they go long, and then if it doesn't work, they have Leif Hansen ready for the kick when it's needed, because they are on their own side towards the end zone. I
mean, you call a timeout. We've seen this a lot. Timeout sometimes calls for a trick play. Just takes a little bit more time to set up the play.
True.
This is a trick play situation. It's a big 3rd down.
Either trick play or they may try to get Kell because of how many flags that they've already had this game. Try to get them to have another flag, another false start.
Maybe
and
drawing a
see if-
pass interference.
Yeah, see if any of that can happen that can give the Chiefs just a little bit more leverage on the offensive side.
We'll see what they do. Martin shotgun. Scanning the field. Has to throw it down quickly, and it's out of bounds. So now the Chiefs got a decision. It's 4th and 13. This will be close. Let's try this. Will be past the 50-yarder. We'll see if they decide to go for it or not. And they bring out Leif Hansen.
That was confusing for a second because I saw Leif just standing there, and I was like, what are they going to do? I was like, will they go for long? That would be kind of crazy. But
they're setting up for a 54-yard field goal.
master kicker right
It
here.
would be
Let's see
Leif's
what happens.
longest of the season. It dinks the right field goal post, and it's just short.
No worries on that because it was pretty much there.
It had the distance.
He has the distance. He has the leg. Just a little bit more, I would say, aim practice, aiming on where you want the kick to go. I mean, accuracy. Either way, don't fret because the Sequoyah Chiefs are still up 23-0.
I mean, that's definitely a good. No, we missed a field goal. Oh, we're still 23-0. So that's always a big positive there.
Yeah, that is why I think the Sequoyah offense, the way that they got up so high, and the Sequoiah's great defense, being able to get that leverage in the first half is now really helping them, because it's okay that they missed that field goal as of right now.
The Longhorns get taken back to the 20 as they hand it off to Gibson, and he's brought down to the line of scrimmage. I'm going to be honest, I do not know why they're back at the 20.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know either.
Unless it was a flag that I didn't see, but I haven't heard of a 30-yard flag in a long time. So, but nonetheless, the Longhorns are at the 20. So 2nd and 10.
Which is good for the Chiefs for them to be further back. So, I mean, all's well.
Handed off to Gibson again, and again brought down pretty quickly. Another short gain. They'll call it for 2, and it's 3rd and 8.
It's an odd place where Gibson ran to, I'm going to be honest. He kind of ran right to where the defense and offense already was. Sometimes I don't get that in football, where they just run right into, like, traffic. And I'm like, I don't know how far you're going to get.
You're kind of hoping that your offensive line makes a good little block, and then there's just a clear gap there in the middle.
Tiny gap, yeah.
They try Gibson again, and that one works exactly how they drew it up. As Gibson's still up, he's still going. A lot of more yards to go. Crosses over into the 50, and a 3rd and 8. Moves the chains for the Longhorns, gives them a big play and a little boost of momentum. And I was going to say just a few plays prior that the run game has not been working to its fullest potential that it normally does for the Longhorns. 262.5 on average this season. I mean, granted, it's been 2 games, so it's a little hard to take the average from that. But the Chiefs have done a pretty good job of holding the Longhorns in this rush game, as there's another 5-yard gain. Hayden Poole on the tackle sets up 2nd and 6. Clock still moving. Kell looking to the sidelines for their play. They'll bring 3 of their receivers, including Brandon Rouse, over to our near side. 4 receivers total. 1 running back. Looking back over to the sideline, making sure they got the right play. Clock ticking down. They got 3 seconds on the play clock. They get the snap off. Narcisi, quick check down, and it's dropped. As there's 4-star Tennessee commit Rouse on the drop.
It's been a good game for Narcisi, but also kind of a tough one. There's been a lot of his passes that are obviously they should have been wide open. They should have been there, and then it should have been caught. But his pass was just a little bit short, which when you add all of those up, it does not help the Kell offense, as we can tell by the Sequoyah Chiefs being up 23-0.
And that one's over the head of Narcisi, and he has to fall onto it. And 3rd and 6 turns into, I'm going to say 4th and 26. They get sent all the way back into Kell territory and around the 30. And Kell forced to punt now as Darling and Rajecki set back at around their own 40 to receive this one. Kell yet to score this game. So far this half, they've thrown 2 interceptions, both to Brooks Darling. And then on their 3rd drive, they punt. And it's caught just before the 30.
Also an interesting catch because it looked like the momentum of the ball was going to go even further back.
Yeah. And that's the second time that they've done it.
Sometimes I don't get that.
That one I will agree with you. I don't get that one either. That's the second time they've done it tonight.
I mean, did you see, there's sometimes where I feel like football players' brains just like don't work for like just a hot second and then they like lock back in. Because did you see the other day with the Hawaii game where he caught it at the 1-yard line and then they had a turnover like instantly because they couldn't go anywhere with it. Like when he could have just let the ball go into the end zone and it would have went to the 20 or the 25-yard line. I mean, that's like some of that stuff I just don't understand.
As they throw Will Rajecki in towards the sideline. Gain of nothing, 1st and 10. As the noise starting to die down here at Skip Hope. A big play needed to get the crowd riled up again. It's a jet sweep to Darling. Trying to create some space on the outside. And he just does just that.
Yeah, to mention what you were just saying about the crowd, I feel like sometimes the crowd feeds off the football players' energy, which what the football players have mentioned and what they want is that they want to feed off the crowd's energy, and they need the crowd to be hyped so that they can have the momentum needed to keep going.
I mean,
especially in these last quarters where statistically they don't score as heavily in the 3rd and 4th as they do in the 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, and at the pep rally, Martin's big concern was make sure you're loud through all 4 quarters. As a flag on the Chiefs, their 3rd of the quarter, drops them back 10 yards. Or sorry, drops them back 15 yards. Is that 10 or 15? I can't.
I think that's an extra 10. Drops back an extra 10 yards from the line.
Martin trying to find a man and instead just throws it down. Incomplete pass. And it sets up 3rd and 20. .209 on the clock, and plays waved down before it can even get started. Refs talking something over. And they're good now. So set back up, 3rd and 20.
Sometimes I like when that happens. It was good for the Chiefs right there because they were starting to run out of time on their play clock, and then they got a second to adjust, see what was going to happen there.
Stretch out wide to Rajecki. He's still up, throws a few trucks in there. Gets a lot of yardage and sets up 4th and 5, but it won't be enough for a first. And the Chiefs are going to be forced to punt this one away.
Yeah, I think this one's just a tad bit out of Leif Hansen's kicking range. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I mean, if he would have kicked it right here, it'd been about 70 yard?
The 50 plus 10
Jake's doing
is
this math
60,
right now.
plus another 10, plus it's just like 75 about. It's a long field goal. We'll say that. I like long field goal.
And
As
what
the snap
had
is
happened was
great, and it's a great kick from Hansen, but a flag gets thrown all the way back near the returner. And it's delay of game. And it's the 4th flag of the quarter for the Chiefs. As a great punt from Hansen gets taken back.
Now we just got to do it again.
We got to do it again. No delay of game this time. Great snap from O'Neal. And Hansen hits a roller. It's picked up near the 20, and he's got a little bit of space to return it. That was Kamani Adams. Only player on the Longhorns with an interception this season. And he's got a little bit of interest so far this year. No official offers yet. But a lot of coaches and players see him as a top prospect in that 27 class. He does a good job to get about 15 yards on the kick return as we see the Longhorn offense take the field once again. They've had a few unsuccessful drives as they'll start this one with a gain of about 7. And it puts them in a positive spot. There's 44 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Play clock's at 33, so they'll have to at least run one more play before they can clock out the quarter. And they do. They hand it to Gibson. He's got a little bit of space on this outside. Breaking free, gets the first. Gain of 10 as Gibson keeps racking up yards.
And this is what these star running backs do. They take the ball and they run. I mean, yes, that is their job, but it's a lot more impressive. It's so impressive because it's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, especially late into the 3rd of a high-power game as Gibson trying to do it again. But Darling and Drew Williams there only get a gain of about 3. As the 3rd quarter comes to a close, the Chiefs score 6 as they up the score to 16-23 as we go into the 4th and final quarter of this game. And this is not how a lot of people saw this game going. I saw a lot of predictions online. Most people were saying that this was Kell's game to win and Kell was going to dominate this game, and that's not really how it's gone so far.
Yeah, I mean, what I saw a prediction that Kell was going to win by 4, and I believe that the score is still 23-0. So, I mean, honestly, great shutout by the Chiefs. I've seen them working hard at practice this week and working hard in general. So, I believe that this is going to be a great fourth quarter as well for the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Longhorns are going to need a strong quarter. Both teams have averaged about 7 points in the fourth quarter this season. Granted, they're both coming off shutoffs or shutout wins, so the fourth quarter wasn't that necessarily important for their offense. But you're mainly looking at that South Paulding game that they played early on, and the Chiefs having that late comeback win against Denmark, and that shows that their fourth quarter can be strong. I think that the Cherokee game will be an outlier towards the end of the year, and this points per game in the quarter is going to go up.
I mean, or our hope for the Sequoyah Chiefs is that it's not an outlier and that they don't score much in the fourth quarter because they get up by so much that they start playing the JV players like what happened in the Cherokee game. So either way,
it's a win-win situation.
Exactly.
They hand it off to Gibson, and he is stuffed. He's going to lose just a little bit of yardage there as Barry's there, and he reads the run perfectly. Clock still moving, and the Longhorns need some offense. It has now been 9 quarters since this Chiefs defense have let up a score. Not a touchdown, just a score in general. Narcisi and the Longhorns trying to change that, but the pressure from Williams forces him to throw it out of bounds. And a promising drive falls just short, and it's 4th and 7 now. They're in go-for-it territory. Or, sorry, not even territory, just go-for-it time. You need your scores now.
Yeah, especially with only 11-14 left in the fourth quarter, which realistically is just not
ideal for them.
Not ideal, and honestly may not even be enough time for Kell to be able to go for a score, just with how strong the Sequoyah offense has also been this whole game.
It's a big 4th down. 4 receivers out. They send their running back out as well, but the plays brought down. 3 flags on the field. And it's going to look to be on Kell. And it will be its false start.
Which I think Kell was partially hoping that it was going to be Sequoyah who has a false start, and I think some of them were pointing that Sequoyah was the one who moved first. But come on, buddy. We know you moved first. I mean, the flag was on you.
A 4th and 7 turns into a 4th and 12 now. Still 4 receivers out wide. This time there's no motion from the running back. Narcisi has a lot of time in the pocket, finally finds a man, and he's wide open downfield, and he gets the first. That was Dante Grant with the catch, and it moves the chains up for a first. And just like that, a close 4th down. Longhorns have another man downfield. It's Brandon Rouse, and he, throwing a man down, gets into the end zone, and he opens the scoring for the Longhorns. He gets their first touchdown of the night, the Tennessee commit.
And the scoreless option for Kell is not an option anymore, as Braden Rouse goes back into the end zone, where I believe he has had 3 touchdowns so far this season, and with that concluding being his 4th.
Yeah, his 4th touchdown of the year, has played both sides of the ball tonight. His coach compared him to Travis Hunter, and he's grabs the touchdown as they go for 2. Trying to get outside. Gibson has a man blocking him, but he's called down, and it's no good. So it's only 6. So 23-6. As the Chiefs still with the lead. They got 11 minutes to kill in this 4th. a little update around our region. Woodstock is currently shutting out North Springs 28-0. Lassiter 41-7 against Northview. Both those games in the fourth right now. Sprayberry up 48-7 against Kennesaw Mountain High School. That one's in the fourth as well. And River Ridge 21-7 against Allatoona. So a successful night so far for our other region opponents.
They can have their success now, but once they come to Skip Pope Stadium, I don't know what's going to happen to their success then, because they'll have to face off against the great Sequoyah Chiefs.
Yeah, we're closing in on region play. Next week, the Chiefs will start region. They're playing at Riverwood. A long drive for the Chiefs. Their longest away game of the year.
And an onside kick tried by the Kell Longhorns did not go in their favor for the Chiefs. Picked it up at the 50-yard line.
So instead of the Chiefs starting all the way back at their 20, they're at the 50.
Let's see if the Chiefs can get another score right here, getting the score possibly up to 30-6.
And they hand it off to Rajecki. Has a blocker in front, and he gets a gain of 5, and he starts the clock. Now the Chiefs are going to want to take as much time off this clock as they can. They don't want to give Kell any more opportunities to even get close to the red zone.
I agree, because of how high-powered this Kell offense is supposed to be. We haven't necessarily seen that tonight, but in their stats in their last couple of games, the Kell offense is normally high-powered, and so the Sequoyah Chiefs does not want to make those tiny mistakes that could lead Kell to have more scoring opportunities and make this game closer.
Yeah, I think the key word for them should be what the offense can be. As Will Rajecki at the Sequoyah Chiefs offensive line moves him all the way down after contact, gets him past the first. That is a great job from the offensive line and the supporting cast.
Alex Brewer looking happy on camera. He's like, yeah, we just did that. Yeah, you just did that.
So contact at the line of scrimmage, gets a gain of 10 through it, and it's 1st and 10. Chiefs still taking up all the time that they can. Play clock at 10. Still got time to kill. Here's the snap now. Again, Rajecki. And he's brought down quickly on that one, not after gaining a yard. So it's 2nd and 9 now.
And the Sequoyah Chiefs taking their sweet time,
Hey,
trying to run this clock out. Just
there's zero need to rush.
zero.
There's actually a lot of need to rush the ball, just not rush the time.
Oh, what a good statement right there. I really like that, actually.
As Rajecki takes on the outside, creates space for himself. And he moves it for another first after putting a Longhorn on the ground.
I think you and Will had a connection right there. You saying we need to rush the ball, and then he just went ahead and did it. I mean, that must have been your play calling right there.
I'll take it. So another first. 1st and 10, just outside the red zone, marked at the 21st yard line. Hand it off again. Rajecki. Have said that a lot this drive. And he's brought down by a pile. Gains about 3 on that one. So 2nd and 7 now. As the Chiefs are closing in on killing 5 minutes on this drive. Play clock now at 8. Wilbur gets set in the backfield. Again, pitch this time to Rajecki. Breaks off the first 2 tackles, and he's got more space to go. Still shrugging off tackles. Finally brought down, gets the first. And after looking to be stuck in the backfield with 2 defenders in front of him, he shakes it off and moves the chains for a first.
I think he went through approximately like 6 or 7 defenders right there. Which is a natural thing for Will Rajecki to do, but still impressive. While not getting tackled in the backfield, but now it being 1st and goal.
Yeah, 1st and goal from exactly the 10-yard line. The Chiefs have done a great job of killing this clock. We got about halfway to go in the 4th, and the Chiefs are just on their first drive. Here's Rajecki. This time he gets stopped pretty quickly. He might have gained of about 1 there. But still doesn't go far. The Kell band still playing here, still trying to get their team back and pumped up. Six seconds on the play clock. They got to snap it now. They get it off. Martin throwing, trying to escape the pocket. He's got space. Instead, he just takes a knee, sides downwards, and drops back for a loss of about 7.
I was about to say that's not even a bad idea, but then I realized that we don't have anywhere to go besides the end zone at this point. It's 3rd and goal from approximately the 18. So technically 3rd and 18, but yeah, 3rd and goal.
Not a lot of space to work with back there.
Yeah, not at all. So we definitely need to go for it here, or we could settle for a Leif Hansen kick. But honestly, why not get another person to have a touchdown? I mean, that's fun too. Could also get this Sequoyah Chiefs side, the crowd a little bit more hype because feels a little bit quiet over here.
As they call a timeout, and we stop at 23-6 in the 4th. And again, another Chiefs in the red zone here. At about the 18, they had a little loss there. Martin had to drop back to about 18-yard line, but in a great position. They can do a lot of damage here. Another score puts the lead back up, puts 3 more on the board. A touchdown also does a lot of damage, so there's a lot that you can do here.
Yeah, I agree, and personally, I'd like to see a trick play because those are always the funnest. But either way, Sequoyah will most likely score here in our hopes.
Yeah, I mean, we have Leif Hansen, and we're about, I think.
And he feels automatic at this point.
Yeah, it'll be about a 30-ish yard field goal, a little bit more maybe. So that'll be, I mean, he's hit that tonight, so he's done a great job. I mean, he's hit every single one of his field goals but one, and it hit the post. I mean,
and it was far.
It would have been in.
It would have been his furthest field goal that he's ever attempted.
Exactly.
So, I'm going to be honest, great performance from all players tonight as we're starting to round out this 4th quarter. Brooks Darling with two interceptions himself, and Maddox Waller with our first touchdown of the night during that first quarter. Every Sequoyah player has had a very significant moment tonight, and let's see if there can be another significant moment by putting more points on the board.
Martin trying to throw deep corner, looking for Darling, and he can't get it. Was a little bit of contact, but it was out of bounds, so no flag as the kicking unit will make its way out onto the field.
There's also accidental contact with the football to a photographer, so I'm so sorry, photographer, whoever that is. I hope you're doing okay down there as we prepare for a Leif Hansen kick, of course.
Just a 34-yarder for Hansen. He set a 33 and a 30 tonight, and that one is good. There's a flag.
Oh, no.
We'll see what this is.
Oh.
Refs discussing. But if this holds up, it'll be Leigh's 4th field goal of the night. We'll see what the ref says right now. So it's a personal foul on Kell. So it'll be applied on the kickoff. So the field goal is good. So Hansen makes his 4th of the night. He has a 30, a 33, a 34 now, and a 45-yarder.
And did I hear that the flag was roughing the snapper? Is that what they said?
Yeah, I think it was a personal foul, so.
Nobody, but the snapper was the 4-star long snapper, Riley O'Neal. And nobody.
Yeah, it was.
Nobody can stop.
So it was
his
a personal
great
foul
snaps.
because the Chiefs' offense are back out on the field.
Oh, yeah.
You just scratch off that field goal there. A lot of confusion out on the field here.
And it seems like Colby Martin is also back out on the field, so let's. Oh, because it's first down. I just realized that. That just clicked in my brain. So the Chiefs have approximately 4 more tries to get another score on the board and also run out just a little bit more clock time so that the Kell Longhorns can also stay at 6 points.
So a perfect kick gets taken off the board. And it turns in to first down. 1st and goal. So the official ruling, personal foul. They take the points off the board. They give the Chiefs a first down and the yardage. So it's a first down at the 8. So Longhorns thought they got away with just a field goal, but no. The offense steps back out onto the field, and it's 1st and 10. Chiefs setting back up in a running formation. They do just that. It's Rajecki powering his way into the end zone. Touchdown Sequoyah. And once again, Will Rajecki puts himself on the scoreboard, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. And instead of settling for 3 points, they get a personal foul. They put 6 more up on the board, and it's 29-6. And they kill about 7 minutes of play here in the 4th. So Kell has 4 minutes and 18 seconds for 23 points? Yeah, 23 points they need.
Now that entire drive back then we heard Will Rejecki, and then Will Rejecki again. And then we kept hearing his name. So I feel like it was pretty fitting that Will Rejecki was the one to score that touchdown. I feel like that was like a deserved.
I think we need like a ticker in the bottom corner that just says how many times we have said his name tonight.
I feel like next game we should do that.
That's got to be bad for the control people. I mean, you got to keep listening and keep taking it down. You know, on top of doing this entire production, one of the best high school productions in the entire country, they also got to start worrying about how many times we say.
There's some fans. There's some fans around the booth up here screaming for the Sequoyah Chiefs and the Sequoyah Chiefs commentators as well.
Specifically you.
Specifically you as well. Everybody is appreciated up in here, especially our Sequoyah Chiefs football team. We're about to kick it off one last time, unless something crazy happens.
From the 40, Leif Hansen expected to just knock this one out, and that's exactly what he does. Goes out of the end zone, and the Longhorns have 4-18 for 24 points. They need 3 scores, and they need 2-point conversions on all of them. So it's a lot to ask for. We'll see what this Longhorns offense is made of. If they have it in 4 minutes, they need a lot of scores. Gibson runs out of bounds after a gain of about 6. Stops the clock and brings up second down.
Jake, if you are an offensive coordinator, what are you doing in this moment? Are you trying to score fast, or are you just trying to score in general, or are you just like throwing in the towel and be like, we'll do what we can?
You got to score fast. I mean, I'm surprised they just ran that ball right there. And this time they do throw it, and it's an incompletion. It's, again, targeted to Braden Rouse, but he can't grab his hands over it, and it's another drop for him. So now sets up 3rd and 5. And yeah, this offense coordinator's in a little sticky situation. As you got 4 minutes, you need a lot of scores. As it's an early season game in one of their biggest seasons, a lot of important seniors leaving this Kell offense and Kell defense at the end of this year. As the refs call the play down for a second, as we'll talk about something over on that far sideline. No change. They'll both set back over to their designated spots. And we'll begin 3rd down. Narcisi hands off to Gibson. Gibson's got space for a first. He goes down shortly after, but it moves the chains. And the Longhorns need to go quickly.
The clock still running, and the Longhorns are about to set up their play right now.
Yeah, hurry up offense now. They got to go fast. Got to get back to the line as quick as they can. Nars trying to find a throw. Sorry, that's not Narcisi. And that one's picked off. Over on the far side, trying to find some way. It's Benji Smith. He's looking around as Asa Goings had a huge hit. And multiple flags are down on the field.
Now the question is, football question for you. Does that flag right there cause Kell to get the ball back, or does Sequoyah just get the ball right there?
It's going to depend on what the flag is. I was focused on Benji Smith's interception. But we'll take a break with 3:14.
Now these hard hits are probably the most devastating ones, especially when the game is, almost completed. There's three minutes left in the fourth quarter, which that's just what's the most like heartbreaking whenever you like get hurt. Even if this is like not, maybe it won't be as severe, but he has been down for for about a minute or so right now, which that's just what's so hard.
It's David Ornelas as he gets up and he's walking off the field on his own, so that is a great sign. So Asa Goings with a blindside block and unsportsmanlike conduct. So it's a 15-yard penalty
Does that ejection
on top of another one, and he's ejecting.
Does that ejection mean he cannot play in the next game?
Yeah.
Okay.
It might just be the first half of the next game. But the Chiefs offense will keep the ball. But they'll have it all the way back at the 25. They'll set up first down. Benji Smith interception stands as he grabs his second interception of the season. The fifth total for this Chiefs defense. Him and Brooks Darling have been racking up these picks. Braylon Bannister had one against Cherokee last week in the third. But now 3:14. The Chiefs are going to look to run this game out from here. As they do just that, it's Rajecki again. And the game just slowing down here at Skip Pope Stadium, closing in on the final score. 2:43 now to go. Five seconds on the play clock. Chiefs get the snap off before, hand it off to Rajecki, and he breaks free. He's got a lot of space to go. He's free in the backfield. Will Rajecki ends the night for Sequoyah with another touchdown.
I mean, why not?
It's a hat trick for the star running back. The Memphis commit makes it 36-6, a 30-point lead. And Leif Hansen will have a chance to make it 37.
His third touchdown of the half. I mean, of the game technically, but
of the half.
Of the half.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns in one half. And before this, he had only had 3 touchdowns in the whole season. So Will Rajecki is killing it tonight.
Having a great game against a team that had a lot of eyes on them. And it's a huge, huge upset. I don't even know if I want to say upset. as this Chiefs team has pummeled them 37-6 now. So many eyes on this game, and the Chiefs came to the occasion.
I mean, yeah, like you were saying, not necessarily an upset, but it's upsetting for this Kell team who everybody expected to be better. I mean, most critics, I guess, will say an upset, but for the Chiefs fans who know how good this Chiefs offense normally is, it's not an upset. It's just the Chiefs being awesome.
So before this kickoff, we'll give you a little final region recap. 41-14, Lassiter got their win against Northview. In the final minutes of the fourth, Woodstock is up 36-6, so they lost their shutout win as well. Sprayberry, final score 48-7 against Kennesaw Mountain. That game ended quickly as Sprayberry had a huge lead in that one. River Ridge, close game against Allatoona, 21-13. As that one is final, and River Ridge start the season off pretty strong. It's a good start for them, and they're looking to be a dangerous team. As that one is in the back of the end zone. And we'll see this Chiefs defense again.
It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Longhorns will start at their own 20-yard line.
So Longhorns will get the ball back at their own 20. And with 2:14 here on the clock,
As we see the Riley O'Neal
I love that.
Fathead
I love that.
in the student section. Proof that the student section is popping off now.
Yeah,
They got the spirit.
shout out Mrs. O'Neill for bringing that and then giving it over to the section, the student section. We love to see that. Hopefully that's a staple now. That's just there every game.
Yeah. I love seeing the fatheads. I mean, maybe we could add some more. The whole offensive line and then the whole offense getting their own fathead, and we just hold it up in the student section.
As Carson Berry with a huge tackle, bringing down Gibson.
As Carson Berry runs off the field, hopefully just a cramp, because sometimes that happens.
Narcisi has been out of the game for a little bit. They brought in sophomore quarterback Boston Pierce to play these last few drives, and it's a high snap. This one's back in towards the end zone, and they mark him at the 1. A yard short of a safety, but the clock still ticks.
Almost. I don't remember the last time I saw the Chiefs have a safety. I feel like they have had one in the time that Colby Martin has been here.
I think Ian Mariah might have had one.
I think you're right.
So I feel like a safety is an Ian Mariah thing to do.
Oh, for sure. Bro, he's graduated and we still mention him.
Yeah.
Just the impact that he made, of course.
1:03 to go. It's a third. We'll just say 3rd and 30. Taking it from their own 2. Want to be more specific? 3rd and 28.
What I love to see is that the student section is not empty. Everybody is staying till the end of the game, even though that this is almost a shutout.
As Kell
37
calls another timeout here. 37-6. As they take more time off the clock. 1 or 2 more plays to go for the Chiefs to advance to 3-0 to start their season. And there is not much more you could have asked them to start the season. You have first game of the season, comeback win against Denmark, which was one of the most exciting games that I've seen in a very long time. An absolute demolition, I think that's the word, of Cherokee,
yeah.
61-0. And then you come out against a team who, at least according to Max Preps, is 100 teams better than Sequoyah in the nation. And the Chiefs make their statement. They make a statement here tonight, 37-6. As they push a Kell team seeking revenge for last year, which kind of set the Longhorns into a spiral of 5 losses. They give them their first of the year. And what was a positive 2-0 start, now 2-1, they'll have to regroup. as they got a tough region coming ahead of them. They've made their playoffs for 16 straight seasons. And just last season, they made the bump up into Class 4A. They fell short in the playoffs to Creekside by 1 touchdown in the second round. So they'll look to improve off of that. The play clock goes dead. And the Chiefs take the win against the Kell Longhorns 37-6. An incredible game for the Chiefs. There is not much more you could have asked them for. This offense got started quickly. The defense has their now statement game. This is what the defense has been looking for the entire time. A strong team with a really strong offense, and the defense just saying, yeah, we're not a question mark. We are an exclamation point.
Oh, yeah, and exactly, because the last game against Cherokee, I heard from my friends over at Cherokee that their team may not be that strong this year, and so a lot of people were like, oh, of course Sequoyah goes up 61-0, not impressive, in quotation marks. I mean, because it pretty much was impressive, and then the defense came back and made a statement against a team that is miles better than most of the competition that we're going to see in our region, besides, of course, Sprayberry and some of these other teams who have also gained some people this past season. And, yeah, I mean, Sequoyah made a definite mark tonight.
Yeah, so this win is going to put the Chiefs at 3-0 to start the year. They will go away to Riverwood next week. I'm not 100% sure if that game will be live on Chiefs TV, but you can go for updates on the game previews, and for the game update in that following Monday, you can follow at Gyra Media for all your Sequoyah sports news. And, yeah, that's it from Skip Pope Stadium. A great game tonight. Final score 37-6 as we sign off. Thank you so much for watching.